If you Google up human rights, you'll find lots of results. But if you Google up one particular document, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights by Miss Eleanor Roosevelt, cousin and wife of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, you'll find lots of cases of giving people rights, such as the right to vote, freedom of slavery, freedom of thought, religion, right to property, freedom of speech, the press, assembly, freedom of movement, and the right to a fair trial, and of course, one of the most important ones of all, equal treatment under the law. However, throughout history, there have been people who have taken away people's rights. And today I will show you 3 of the stories from there and what action has been taken and what action we should keep on doing to actually try and actually achieve human rights. Also, the stories I'm going to tell you don't include any of these people, especially that guy. No, not you. You. Me? A dictator? Here's a list of your crimes. Unauthorized attack on people, unauthorized attack on foreign countries, unauthorized attack of invasion, unauthorized attack of becoming president, unauthorized attack of making a crown. Hold on, making a crown is illegal? Out of the illegal combination of gold and iridium, especially the iridium part, it's very illegal. Seriously? Oh wait, I read that wrong. Uranium. You saw nothing. And also, of course, unleashing human potential in the wrong way. But I'll address you later after this video. Alright, story number 1 takes us to the country of Argentina. In Argentina, well, we're gonna go and talk about the 1970s to 1980s. Argentina's government actually started arresting political opponents, and because they really wanted elections and they wanted to win all those elections too. And since then, well, ever since the 1980s and that reign of terror has been over, the Argentinian government has become a democratic government, a free, and according to monitors, it was a very, very free election, and also a pretty fair one too. Also, officials from the previous government who have done so many crimes against human nature and against the mankind, like taking away human rights, at least for the Argentinians, were arrested and put under, well, the arrest where they will never be able to do any other crime related to human rights at all. Although these other stories will be a little more gruesome. Story number 2 takes us to Chile. Alright, I'm inside is mine, let's go! And according to this, it says that in Chile, well, police use excessive force against lots of people, against protesters. Turns out those protesters were just demonstrators, peaceful demonstrators. They didn't throw gas cans at people or something like, shouting out the chant and saying, yes, go, human rights, throwing gas cans at random people on the street who they think are police because they're wearing police uniforms, and some of them just wearing it for a Halloween costume. Okay, it wasn't during a Halloween costume party, alright? Police use excessive force against the demonstrators, too. And this protest and this national strike happened on August of 2011, which would make it 12 years ago. And during that time, a policeman killed a 16-year-old student who was just watching the whole incident, who wasn't even participating at all, but was just watching the whole incident. And the police officer said, let's kill this guy! He's probably helping these guys by just watching them! Yeah! And killed the 16-year-old guy who was just viewing the whole demonstration. And that is just a sad loss to Chile, as well as becoming a very bad reputation for the officer, as well as the police department. As long as they didn't fire that guy. Also, I think they did fire that guy. Alright, and finally, there's a story of human rights abuse number 3. Let's talk about Venezuela. I actually like that name. It sounds very cool. Also, they did a lot of bloodshed. That was the government, not the people doing it, so I still go there. You're here to talk about the story, not talk about Venezuela and what you think you would go there. Oh, right. So here's the thing. There's this president named Hugo Chavez. And he was pretty much the government, and it was the favorite of all the people. Before he became president. and then decided to get absolute power. What he means is that he decided that he wanted to make his own laws. So he weakened the legislative and executive branch of the country. He didn't completely weaken them. He didn't annihilate them completely. He only weakened them enough so that all the people in there who were in charge would be all Chavez supporters, who he would cash in his shares with. And so that happened, and so with that, he was able to make his own laws. He made his law, give it to legislative, pass! Executive, don't even read it, pass! And they go ahead and make it into the law, no matter what it was. Because no matter if they, as long as they were in Chavez side, they would become, well, part of the greatest people in the world, and they would also get bribes and everything, and they'll be happy and happy and happy after all. And so he increased his own power, while the legislative and the executive branch were, well, starting to deteriorate. And I'm very, 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 very surprised that the legislative and executive branch didn't see anything fishy going on about this. And then he even started passing his own laws. That is just terrifying too, because once a president has that much power, because of dictatorship, and once it becomes authoritarianism, and we might accidentally get a guy with a funny mustache again. What? I think I know who you're referencing to. These. Why are you showing that? This? It's a Chinese symbol. Oh. I'm Googling it up. Oh. It was the swastika. Used in the Eurasian countries. And it was horizontal, not vertical. How interesting. And what action, may I ask, are we doing? And what action should we keep on doing to actually make human rights eventually possible for everyone and not ever be violated? Well, to do that, to be honest, I'm going to have to say is that we have to keep a watchful eye on the countries who have been violating human rights and who had violated human rights. We should keep an eye on them. And also, we should also go and give aid and help to the countries who can't protect human rights because other people are coming in and destroying it for them. It's not the government if it's not the government's fault. However, if it's the people who can't protect their own rights because the government is violating them, then we should help the people and stop the government and overthrow them. We should also help people whose rights are taken away, and we should punish those governments or people who aren't cooperating with the trying to reinstating of the human rights. And that is basically all the answers that I'm going to have to give you right now. Well, that was a nice hologram. I'm a hologram. I'm not a hologram. I'm just a little picture that appears every time that I click a button. Isn't that what a hologram is? No, it is not. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm your creators, by the way. And I hope to see you guys in my next episode, too. So, until next time, Shalom out. And if you like all these episodes and want more global issues, peace and subscribe. Peace. Bum ba 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 bum ba da bum ba da bum bum ba da ba da bum bum ba da ba da bum ba da ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum bum.